Joining us now is Tim Ballard. He's the founder and president of Operation Underground Railroad, a group dedicated to ending child trafficking. Right now, if you have children watching us, I don't think this is a segment that they should be watching. So I want to give you some time to either, turn down the volume and wait to redone or get them out of the room. So, Mr. Ballard, how bad is the problem during events like the Super Bowl? And why does it persist?
Well, first of all, we need to understand the United States, we are the #1 demand and generally #1 consumer of child sexual material, child sex in general. And so it's a problem here. We're in the top 3, according to the State Department, in destination countries for human trafficking. So the demand is here. And what the Super Bowl does, like any event, is it congregates a lot of people with disposable income. And so traffickers will bring their victims to this demand that exists. And so, yes, anytime there's a big event like the Super Bowl, which is the most watched, right, sporting event, you're going to see a spike in that.
All right, let me share some stats from the Department of Justice on human trafficking. This is from 2019. There were 137,000 hotline tips, almost 12,000 cases identified, 3,800 potential victims found. So is the DOJ equipped to tackle this heinous problem?
Yes, the DOJ, along with FBI and Homeland Security, they deploy and they will deploy literally hundreds of agents working with local police. I know the Inglewood Police Department's on this, Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. They will be working in the shadows where the traffickers are also working in the shadows. I have a lot of confidence in our law enforcement to be where they need to be in order to identify these potential victims who will be sold during Super Bowl weekend.
So you're partnering with the LA County Sheriff. How does your organization help?
One way we've helped the LA County Sheriffs is we've provided canines that literally sniff out digital media. These child traffickers and child pornographers, they will often hide their material, and sometimes on that material is the only evidence of the existence of a child who's being sexually abused. They'll hide it on SD cards, they'll hide it on thumb drives, and these dogs, literally like bomb sniffing dogs or drug sniffing dogs, these dogs that we get trained and deploy into the field to law enforcement partners, these dogs will go in and literally sniff out these SD cards that then allow law enforcement to seize that and then pursue the case.
And I think you just mentioned that you can help identify who the potential victims might be. How does that work?
Well, and what happens is once they get that SD card and the thumb drives, then they can then put it into their digital forensic equipment and download the images, and now we can begin the process of identifying where that child is, where they're being sold. So really, these dogs are heroes. The LA County, we provided 1 dog to them already, and we're getting them another dog in March because they're so active and they're very proactive in protecting children here in Los Angeles.
And what if you're trapped and you need help? What do you do?
Well, you tell someone, first of all, there's a hotline, which I know you're going to provide here, that a human trafficking hotline, which always sees spikes in reports during the Super Bowl months. But tell someone, reach out to someone. There's going to be law enforcement everywhere. If you are stuck, if you are vulnerable, reach out and don't be afraid to ask for help.
So, but a lot of the law enforcement will be undercover. I mean, what if they just want to what if it's just a regular person, a civilian? What should that civilian do if they see a young girl or a boy or whomever being trafficked and they're trying to signal to them that they're in trouble?
So first and foremost, that they should call 911 immediately. Also, the good thing about what's going on at the Super Bowl, civilians walking around, you're going to see nonprofits, NGOs all over the place. And you'll see uniformed. Yes, there's undercover, but there's going to be a lot of uniformed police there. So there will be ample opportunity for civilians during and around the Super Bowl to make reports, whether to an NGO or to law enforcement, or just pick up the phone and call 911 and say, look, I'm seeing something that looks very scary for this child.
Okay. Well, again, we have it on the screen there. The National Human Trafficking Hotline is 888-373-7888, or you can text 233-733, which stands for Be Free. All right, Tim Ballard of Operation Underground Railroad, thank you for joining us.